Newsmax wants to send one lucky couple on a 7-day Silver Sea cruise to the Caribbean this winter. It's a luxury cruise aboard the Silver Wind, indeed the trip of a lifetime. All right, to win, you need to enter the sweepstakes. Visit Newsmax.com/sweepstakes to enter. That is Newsmax.com/sweepstakes. Getting no relief from Mother Nature, a reason for concern over the health of a nation's military aircraft, and why Uber's not all the rage overseas. Let's kick another edition of Spanning the Globe into gear and start overseas, where we here in America may love Uber, but in Paris, it's a different story.
Stepping up their policing in a crackdown against Uber. The French have added manpower to the 80-person strong Paris unit that enforces taxi laws. It now runs around the clock and has ticketed hundreds of Uber-pop drivers or car owners that have signed on with the U.S. company to serve as chauffeurs. Lost clientele that's at the heart of licensed taxi drivers' anger. A few even turned violent against Uber drivers and clients in recent days, prompting a stern warning from the Paris prosecutor.
France's laws must apply to drivers who don't respect our transportation laws. They must also apply to those who want to take justice into their own hands.
The striking taxi drivers say Uber chauffeurs have an unfair advantage. They don't pay the same social taxes or have to foot the bill for a license, which in the Paris market can go for 200,000 euros.
The Hercules C-130 has long been a workhorse of the American Air Force, but it is an aging aircraft. Some of these aircraft are still in operation today around the world, and in Indonesia, they are using the Hercules as part of their military. What happened in that country now, thanks to an aging C-130, has caused severe issues.
This is the scene of destruction in Medan. The Hercules transport plane ploughed into houses and a hotel in a built-up area just minutes after taking off. Witnesses reported seeing the plane flying very low over the district, spewing flames and smoke. It was about 12 noon. The flight appeared to have lost power and started to descend, said this man. When it hit the residential area, I was at home. I saw the plane crash. The flight hit 2 3-story buildings and one other 1-story building. Air Force officials said the pilot had told the control tower that the plane needed to turn back because of engine trouble. It's the second time in a decade that Medan has suffered a fatal air crash. In 2005, more than 140 people died after a domestic flight came down in a crowded residential district in the country's 3rd largest city.
That's just tragic. Here in America, summertime is here. The July 4th holiday any day now. What does that mean? Beach, sun, fun, all that. Hey, we're used to a heat wave, at least in certain parts of the country. We're getting used to it. It's what we want in summertime. However, if you happen to be in certain parts of Europe, let's put it this way. A certain time of year is not when you would expect this kind of a heat wave. How about near 100 degrees, as a matter of fact?
In or out of the water, summer has arrived on Britain's shores. This was Brighton Beach, where temperatures hit the mid-20s by mid-morning.
Lovely!
Beautiful!
Why?
Because it's hot.
Having a pint, so it's going to have a laugh for the day, really.
30, is that a little bit too much?
No, 33 is too much. 30 is enough.
At a stroke, summer seems to have arrived across much of the country, with temperatures set to hit 30 degrees for the first time this year. But not everybody gets to enjoy all of this. Councils and social workers have been put on alert to watch for the elderly and the very young who can struggle with temperatures as high as this.
So it's all to do with the jet stream, the fast winds high up in the Earth's atmosphere that make and move around our weather patterns. At the moment, the jet stream's dipping down really far south, dragging up warm air from Spain and France. So if you like, we're getting some Spanish weather right here in the UK.
Knowing full well that much of our audience only knows Fahrenheit, 36.7 degrees Celsius is what was recorded. That actually comes out to about 98 degrees. Are you kidding? That's an easy spring day in Las Vegas, people there. It's 120 degrees. Hey, summertime's here. Wear sunblock, enjoy it, and just get ready for the 4th of July holiday, will you? It's going to be a good one. Rock on, true believers. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you again tomorrow right here on the only show that has no agenda and questions everything. Simply put, you'll join us again for the pre-Friday edition of MidPoint.